What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to be bringing you guys more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl 6v6 singles online battles. Today, just like the past couple days, we're going up against super high level opponents. We got some real nail biters for you today. There's some really good games, and you know what? I just want to say I really like this team. I think this is probably the best team that I've made for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It has good defensive coverage, it has good offensive coverage, it has multiple setup mons, it has correct speed tiering. I'm just really comfortable with this team. I think this is, like I said, the best team that I've made for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And you know what? I want to know, do you guys have a best team? Do you guys have a favorite team? A team you're really comfortable playing with? Let me know in the comments below. There's also actually a question of the day. Are you guys actually still excited for that Pokemon Legends Arceus game? I know it's coming out in like a month, and I know they're starting to build up some hype for that. So let me know your thoughts on that game in the comments, as well as, you know, the secondary question, if you guys have a team that you're really comfortable with. I want to know what makes you comfortable with it. I want to know what about it, you know, makes you, you know, happy to use it. Other than that, we're going to hop right into the battles. Wish me luck. Here we go. My goodness, we're going up against someone from my Discord using the code 88898889, and they have Dunsparce. They have Dunsparce. What do we even do? They also have Blissey. That's my tech. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna beat this person? Like if I lead Gyarados and I go for the taunt against a Blissey to stop rocks, they're just gonna thunder me since they're in my Discord and they know. I think I'm just gonna lead Rotom then. I think Rotom's a great lead here, and even against a Blissey, we can, you know, if we trick any of these things and give them a Choice Scarf, we're just going to be in a really good spot. It works great against Tangrowth, works great against a Azumarill, and I think Rotom's just a great lead. Rotom's just a really good mon, and a lot of teams should use Rotom. Very solid Pokemon. So let's see how this goes. Blissey, Tangrowth, what a good core. I don't really have any Ice attacks other than my Blissey. There's their own Tangrowth. I could just Volt Switch here, I guess. I could. I'd rather just save it. Yeah, we're just going to Volt Switch. We're going to come in with... I mean, I could come in with my Blissey. I don't care if they Leech Seed, really. I really don't. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're just going to Volt Switch then. If they want to Hard Switch in Garchomp, they can. I'll switch in Donphan or something. So we'll see. And let's see what they're going to do. Tangrowth. Yeah, this person probably... I wonder if they know all my vids. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're going to know the Garchomp right away. Starmie! Wait, what? Bro, what did you think I was going to do? I bet you they thought I was going for Will-O-Wisp. Alright, so maybe they don't know me. That's great. Yeah, we definitely do be taking those. Let's see. Do I have anything on this team that outspeeds Starmie? Starmie's a 115. 115. I could try and speed type with this Azelf. That's probably a fine play. I don't actually mind sending up my rocks because this is your Starmie, so it's like... Let's see. A really sick play if I were to set rocks and they were rapid speed me like that turn. Not only would they get rid of my rocks, but they get the speed boost. That'd be pretty nuts. I'm just going to go for a U-turn, I think. I think it's a fine play because they're probably going to switch in their Blissey. And then we're going to go right out to our Donphan, set rocks, and be able to catch the Starmie. Oh! Starmie's down. Rocks up. We're going to just go right out to Rotom. Rotom's just great here. If they want to send out that Blissey, we can trick a Choice Scarf on it. We're in a good spot. We probably want to speed tie there unless they were modest. So, we'll take it. Let's see. Yeah, Rotom's a good play. Rotom's the right play. Starmie going down's huge. Huge! Now let's see. Who are you going to send out? You know I got Volt Switch. And you don't know that I'm Scarfed yet unless you watch my videos. There's the Blissey. Yes! Alright, Blissey. Shiny level 100 Blissey, huh? Must be freaking nice. Tricks the trade. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with all these tricks, huh? You can have a Choice Scarf. What are you gonna use? I got leftovers, yes please. Stealth Rock, that's completely fine. Absolutely, positively fine. I have a spinner. Do you have a spinner? You don't. Now look at your Mon. Now back to me. Back to your Mon. Now back to me. Do you have a spinner? You don't. You can switch to Garchomp. Garchomp's not that great here either. Tangrowth isn't that great here either. I could just go to my Blissey now. I could just go to my Blissey. Let's see. Do I want to go to my Donphan? I mean, I could eat anything Tangrowth has to throw at me. I don't have to get my rocks out, like, right now. I kind of want to just go to Garchomp. What do you have? You have nothing that stops my Garchomp if you're a sub-seeder, like Sleep Powder set. I do not mind going into my Garchomp for, like, a couple turns. Like, I'll go for a sub, if they want to Sleep Powder / Leech Seed, then they might not have something that can actually break a Garchomp sub. It's totally possible. Super possible. And you see we restore rocks damage because it's only 6.25. They're leftovers as well. Cool. Now let's see. Tangrowth has massive defense, right? Massive. So I'm going to need like at least one Swords Dance Outrage at least to maybe even think about breaking it. We'll pop a sub here, and the sub should allow us to go for like, you know, maybe getting a Swords Dance off. They're going to go for like a Sleep Powder or Leech Seed here. Survey says Sleep Powder. Yep, it's almost like a play of the game. And so they're going to have to spend this turn breaking the sub, which is going to lead to me getting a free Swords Dance. And then we get in the same situation again. It pretty much just forces them, if they're going to use like Giga Drain or something like that to break my sub, it pretty much forces them to continually click that because I could sub every turn. And if they don't, well, I just basically win the game by subbing in front of like a Sleep Powder or something. So yeah, we're just going to go for a free Swords Dance here. And if like, let's say Leaf Storm is our only move that can break our sub, we're just in an amazing spot because then we would just sub again. So let's see. Do you have like Giga Drain? Are you physical? Are you special? If you're physical, I could bring in Dompan and be even good against you too. So let's see. Survey says what you got. Giga Drain. Yeah, that's what I expected it to be. It might not break sub. I'm like straight up serious. It totally might not. So we're caught in a situation here. Do we want to sub again and do the exact same thing and get a second SD? Is he just going to continually clicking Giga Drain? Or are they going to... Like, what are they going to do? Because, like, if I were to Outrage here, I don't think it'd KO. I think I do need the +4 Outrage to KO. They can just click Giga Drain every single turn. I don't really think that's that bad for them. I think I'm going to go for another sub. I think I'm going to try and fish for the Sleep Powder here. I'm going to go for another sub. I'm going to go for one sub. I might even go for two. Show me that Sleep Powder. Show me. Show me. Alright, now this is the turn, right? This is the turn where if I was going to click like a damaging move, I could. I'm going to click one more sub because I want them to Sleep Powder. I want them to Sleep Powder so bad. So bad. And they know that they, like a good player here would just be clicking that Giga Drain button until the cows come home. I want this sub. I want this sub. I want to see your Sleep Powder. Do it. Alright, they're going to play it correctly. What are you going to do? Sometimes I like to weave that in. Like, if I were to Outrage and then get, like, Sleep Powdered, it'd be bad. So I'm just going to go for the Outrage. It's not going to be enough to kill this thing. But I don't really need Garchomp to break this person, I don't think. I have Blissey to Ice Beam their Chomp. Yeah, getting rid of that Starmie was just big. We're just going to go for the Outrage. It won't KO. It won't. Unless I crit. Yeah. And so, Giga Drain here shouldn't KO me. Almost gets the KO. And if they want to switch in like a Zoomer or something, they like totally can. I do not have a problem with that. I have no problem with that. And I would switch it up and use EQ to stop them from belly drumming in my face. But we should be able to do enough damage, I think. Unless we super low roll this Outrage to be able to KO their Tangrowth, which would be amazing. But show me that Azumarill switch in. Yes, please. They have Regenerate on that thing too. It's going to be super hard to deal with later. And there's the Azumarill. Cool. And I have absolutely no problem, like I said, forcing. Well, level Shiny 100 Azumarill as well. Wow. I wish I had even one Shiny. Let's see. Like I said, I have no problem with just going for Earthquake to stop a Belly Drum. That's absolutely no problem here. And if they, like I said, you can totally go for your Aqua Jets. And it doesn't confuse me because my Outrage hit a Fairy type. It stopped my Outrage prematurely, so it's really good there. So just EQ it up. Aqua Jet. Hey, good play. I have no problem with that. Oh my gosh. 1 HP Hidden Sash Garchomp. You'll love to see that. Don't you just love to see that? I love to see that. Yo, Garchomp hanging on by a literal thread. Garchomp stayed alive so I wouldn't be sad, right? Shout out to the leftovers, man. Garchomp's the best Pokemon anyone's ever seen. Now that you're Fairy type down, you have like nothing. You have to send out a Garchomp and speed timing, I think. Or you have to send out Tangrowth. Yeah, there's the I have absolutely no problem just popping the absolutely massive Outrage here. And I'm going to crit it this time. Watch. I'm going to crit it this time. Survey says another one. Give me the crit, yo. Come on, hook me up. Oh, man, that was actually a little bit more damage than the last one did, though. Cool, that's great damage. So let's think. We still have not gotten rid of these rocks. Gyarados is bad versus this thing. But Gyarados is good against the rest of their stuff. So if we can get these rocks off the board, eventually we'll be in a good spot. I don't really want to send on my Azelf because I would break my rocks there. Blissey is probably slower than this thing, and like a Giga Drain would do a lot. I could Thunderbolt it. I guess Thunderbolt. I guess Hydro Pump would kill it, but if I miss my Hydro, I'd lose the game. I'm just gonna send the Blissey out. Blissey's fine. You can Giga Drain my Blissey. I don't care. I'll Flamethrower this thing. Actually, I'm gonna Ice Beam it. It's good. Better coverage against all these guys. You can switch to your Blissey too. I don't really care. Let me think about this. Do I care if they switch to their Blissey? Their Blissey has a Choice Scarf, right? Yeah, so if you actually switch to your Blissey, you're eventually gonna get like Frozen or something, and then I'll have a free turn. Yeah, that works. Staying in. Oh my goodness. Donating your Tangrowth. You'll love to see that. So you're definitely going to want to come out and regain board state. With what? Dunsparce. Yo, good luck. I respect Dunsparce. I respect the boy. Oh my goodness. What's coming out here? I'll Ice Beam crap out of your Garchomp. Yeah, it's time to Ice Beam this. I like Shiny Garchomp. I've always been a fan of Shiny Garchomp. I just think it's a cool shiny. I like Shiny Blissey too. Two very subtle shinies, but some of my absolute favorites. You get the Outrage, bro? Show me that Outrage. Choice Band Outrage might be able to get it if you high roll me. Dragon Claw, that shouldn't do it even with a crit. Yeah, not even close. Ice Beam! Best Blissey set. Can we freeze? I swear. I've been using this Blissey set for like, what year is it? 2021? I've used this Blissey set for like 13, 14 years. I get a Blissey freeze in every single video. I've never gotten this many freezes like back to back. It seems like every single day I load up the Blissey, Serene Grace, Serene wasting these fools out here. Oh man, I've never gotten this many freezes. It's ridiculous. Alright, another super hard match. Man, Togekiss is just such a problem for this team. Just because like I can't use my Garchomp, and Garchomp's kind of how I like to clean up a lot of my games if you guys haven't noticed. Blastoise also requires a good amount of respect, so I don't want to fodder my Blissey before dealing with that. I can also use Rotom against it. I think... Do I just want to lead Rotom? Is Rotom good lead here? What are they going to lead with? Weavile's an okay lead. I like Rotom against it. Like Rotom, hard switch out to Gyarados. Force the taunt, KO the Weavile with a Waterfall when it has the taunt to stop me from Dragon Dancing. Because like if I get one Dragon Dance off with this Gyarados, I basically win the game. So yeah, I like the Rotom potentially going into the Gyarados. And if they lead with the wrong Pokemon, we're just in a really, really good spot. I think Alakazam, again, is a super, super hard Pokemon to deal with a lot of the time. Just because its Magic Art ability makes it so, you know, it doesn't take rocks damage, so it can always just come out and fire off like a Psychic against my Gyarados. So I want to make sure I'm using my leftovers. I'm happy we're seeing this right here. I want to use my leftovers to make sure I'm always like topped off, so Alakazam can't just have a huge impact. So we're probably just going to Volt Switch into Blissey here then, and we'll just be in a great spot. Cool. Unless like there's like Scarf Alakazam, we're going first. So they know that we're Scarf now, which is really important. So the next time we send this Rotom out, if they're going to be coming with like a Gliscor to block our like potential Volt Switch, we might just go for the trick and take their item so they actually can't use their Toxic Orb, and then we can trick that Toxic Orb onto something a little bit later. Gotta use that big brain play. Look at me showing you guys all the tech. Go right into the Blissey here. Blissey might do a really good job of baiting the Infernape, so I'm going to go for the Thunder after this. So I'd love to get a pair on that Infernape that would make it so my Pokemon, like my Garchomp, would be able to potentially outspeed even if they're Jolly. It would enable things like Gyarados to be faster and not require Dragon Dance. And this might bait the Gliscor, so we can go for like a Thunder. They'll be like, ha, look at this, I blocked Thunder, and then you just Ice Beam them. You don't want to show the Ice Beam just yet. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with going for, you know what, I'm fine going for the Ice Beam actually. Now, Thunder would KO the Alakazam if they left it in. I don't really want to show my Thunder because I want to save it for like Tech against Blastoise. I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam. I'm fine breaking Infernape Sash. I don't really need to Thunder it. So show me that Infernape. It's greedy to switch your Infernape in here, by the way. So it should be Gliscor. Yeah. We do be taking those all the way to the bank. Yeah, because you wouldn't want your Alakazam to get Thunder Waved, right? Or Seismic Tossed. And you wouldn't be able to defog those rocks. Can't do that. It's almost like I played a game. I played a game. So now the Infernape's going to come out here. And now because we're in such a commanding spot, there's a couple things we can do in this situation. I could just stay in and fight the Infernape, make it so it can't set up. But let's see if it is Infernape. It's either going to be Infernape, maybe Weavile. It wouldn't be Kiss. It shouldn't be Blastoise either. So we'll see. It should be Infernape, and I don't think there's a problem with switching when Gyarados getting an Intimidate up and then repinning the Infernape. And then just like setting up a Dragon Dance from there in front of Infernape's face. Cool. You know, this is the type of stuff that happens when you have a team that you really like. when you have like a well-made team that you really like, you know, you can make these sort of plays. It's almost like it all kind of fits together. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it all kind of fits together. Everything has good switch-ins. Everything has correct speed tiering. You can handle a lot of different situations. Like, I would say on paper, this team has a better matchup against me. But there's like slight advantages we can take advantage of. Like, normally Blitzcore would be a huge problem for this team. That's why we're running a special attack Blissey. You know, normally, you know, Togekiss is a big problem for us. That's why we have Rotom as well instead of like a different bulkier water type. Just because we need to respect Togekiss. And we need to respect it with something that packs a big punch at a, you know, potentially higher speed tier. Here's the U-turn. It's a good play. So this is the type of plays they need to make to get back into this game. What are they going to come in with? Togekiss ain't it. I can taunt the Blastoise. We have 3 base speed on Blastoise. Blastoise is 78, Gyarados is 81, so we can taunt Blastoise. Weavile ain't that big of a problem. I will fight the Togekiss and I will fight the Zam. Just because those are 2 problem Pokemon. I'd especially fight that Togekiss. I would just go for Waterfall. You don't want to Dragon Dance from a Togekiss because they can use Thunder Wave. And I'd rather stick my damage and potentially get a 20% chance to punch with Waterfall. And if I can stick damage on Togekiss, I can eventually start using Garchomp. Here's the Alakazam. Maybe we can fight this. I don't care about using Psychic. Remember, I did talk about having my Gyarados always at full, so we'll just be in a good spot here. Yeah, I think we should be alright. Like, maybe they Thunder Wave me here? Maybe. Don't need a taunt. I mean, I guess I could actually Dragon Dance in the Zam's face. I can just Dragon Dance in the face, because we're going to be faster than them after 1 turn. So I don't actually mind Dragon Dancing here, because this is the type of situation where, yes, I could KO with Waterfall, but in any situation where you could just get a KO with something, but it's going to have to take you 2 turns to do something, like if you're going to have to eat an attack either way, it's always better to set up so you keep those boosts. So we're just going to Dragon Dance here. I wonder what they're going to do. Psychic won't do it. Dude, that ain't it. I ain't switching either. They thought I was going to switch to Blissey. So this is like a super free Dragon Dance. Like super free. Please don't Spit F drop. Man, I'm a Focus Blast target. I've been hit with so many Focus Blasts recently. But yeah, so just think about it. Let's say I used Waterfall in that situation. I would have gotten the KO, and I would have done the function at my same speed tiering. But I soaked the damage, and I was able to get a free Dragon Dance, which is going to make Gyarados faster than the base 120 speed Alakazam. And now we just Waterfall. Now we have a +1, and we're letting our leftovers tick, which is super, super valuable as well. Putting those leftovers to work. It's always a good idea to take just a little bit of damage so your leftovers can actively work throughout the whole game, so you get the maximum amount of value from that item. But let's see, Infernape ain't it. I don't have Rocks up. I don't necessarily think I need it. I would taunt the Blastoise to stop it. I don't care if Blastoise wants to go for something weird. This might be like either a Sash Infernape. It could totally have like Sash Thunder Punch. I got no problem with that. It could be like Stone Edge. It could go Fake Out first. Fake Out wouldn't really get it anywhere. I'm just gonna go for the Waterfall. It's probably Sash. Thunder Punch. It's Scarfed. It's the only way you outspeed there is if you're Scarfed. So, hey, good play. I got no problem with Scarfed Infernape. Scarfed, Thunder Punch, Infernape. Do I have any other setup moves that I really want to go for? I think the right play is Donphan. They're going to switch to Kiss. And I would love to send a Garchomp here, but they still have the Togekiss back there, so I can't really go Garchomp yet. Because that would have been a free Swords Dance. But I think Donphan's a fine play here. Hey, good play from them. Scarf and Infernape's have not a bad mon. It's probably Adamant as well, just to keep that in note for later. We did take out the Alakazam, which was a big threat, so it's good to see. With some free rocks out of this, they say I have Blastoise, Togekiss, Weavile, Infernape. Weavile's going to be a great mom for them, especially now that I don't have a Gyarados to switch to anymore. So I'm really running out of options here. There's the Togekiss, like we just said. I'll switch to my Blissey from here, and they're going to start taking a lot of rocks damage. We're just going to try to make this game take a lot longer and make them take a lot of rocks damage. We don't want to take a lot of damage on our Donphan, because that's our last big physical wall to be able to stop that Infernape. So what we're going to do is we'll just go right out to Blissey. If they want to switch in the Infernape, we'll switch back out to Donphan. They're the ones taking rocks damage, and we should be in a good spot. I wouldn't even be surprised to see something like a Nasty Plot, or even like a, what is it, just an Air Slash here. Yep, Defog. Hey, that's fine. Hey, that's the right play is to Defog in that situation. That's the correct play is to Defog there. I didn't think they'd have 2 Defog users. They have Gliscor and Togekiss. Hey, good play. This person knows what they're doing. Knows what they're doing. We're not going to give away our lead, though. If we can get a Para on that Infernape, it's going to be very, very good. We're just going to go for a Thunder. We haven't shown Thunder yet. We've shown Ice Beam. So there's a high chance that we can switch in and get that Infernape on the Thunder. It's a free Thunder here. They're out of ground types. So are you staying in? Thunder waving me. All right. All right. I see you. I see you Thunder waving me. It's a good Togekiss set. Probably has Roost and Air Slash as well. Maybe Dazzling him instead of the Roost. Blissey's with the full Para. Yo, talking about little Never Lucky right now. Can you not Never Lucky like me like that? Can you not do that to me, please? Air Slash. Going for the flinch hacks. This shouldn't do that much. It shouldn't do much more than our leftovers. Yeah, it's a 60% chance para too. And so if this is the case, if this is the game that they're going to want to play, let's see, how should I play this? I have a 5-mon lead, they have 4. So correctly, if I were to be correct, and if I were to want to play the game to get like 100% win rate here, what I would do is I would start taking like a lot of time on my turns and making it so if they want to stay in here and air slash, this is a play they cannot make if they're behind. This is a play you cannot make as the player who's behind. Let's just theorycraft a little bit of what they could do. Again, they have Blastoise, Infernape, Togekiss, and Weavile. None of those Pokemon would like to eat Thunder at all. So Thunder, until I get to around 50-60% is the right play. And then after that, what you want to do is, you know, if the Infernape ever comes in, you switch to the Garchomp, and you'll be fine. But I'm just going to keep going for these Thunders for the next few turns. Yeah, the hard switch. They realize, I'm glad they realized that, like, you can't stay in there. That's, like, not a safe place. This is Blastoise coming in on a potential Thunder. Coming in on a potential Thunder. Can we go for it? That sucks. But now, we've shown that we have the skills to pay the bills. We've shown that, like, you got to respect my authority just a little bit. I'm going to go for another one. I wonder if they're going to switch to Infernape. Probably not. I'd like to hit this Thunder. It'd be very, very important to hit it. You can Shell Smash. You got to switch? Okay. Who's coming back out then? It's not going to be Weavile, is it? It's going to be Infernape. This is fine. I'll go to Donphan from here. And then I'll reset my rocks and be in a good spot. Oh my god. This is the unluckiest game of Pokemon I think I've ever played. So I got hit by Thunder Wave, into full para, into flinch, into miss, into full para again. 4 turns of me actually not doing anything. Wow. I think I'm going to switch on the Garchomp. Because I don't think Garchomp's like required to win this matchup at all. They have like Blastoise, Togekiss, Weavile. I don't need Garchomp for anything. And I'd rather just save my Donphan and then come out with something like Azelf. Especially if they walk him something like a close combat or something. Yeah, it's right there. I can't do anything against close combat. Like they'll be able to get the KO here. But then I'll just come in with Azelf. And then Azelf is a good pin against most of those. Especially if I could get rocks up. I think it's more important to save the Donphan. I think they're going to come in right with the Togekiss here. So that's why we're going to hard switch. Actually, do I want to hard switch here? No, it doesn't matter. We don't care about that Togekiss, like, at all. So we just stay in. If they want to Earthquake, we'll let them KO us. Yeah, that's fine. And then it's actually better, now that they have -2 at close combat, we can come with our Rotom. And Rotom can just go for a Volt Switch. Hey, man, that Infernape's putting in a lot of work right now. All because we got like big 4-para'd, you know. But yeah, Rotom's just great against this board. We can lock ourselves into Thunderbolt. Actually, we don't even need to do anything different. We don't even need to use Volt Switch. Like, it's actually just the right play to keep using Thunderbolt here. Because now the Infernape, yeah, it does outspeed my Rotom potentially. Actually, it might not outspeed. If they're adamant, they might not. Because we don't know they're exactly. We know they're Scarf, but they might just be like Scarfed out to base 130s. It would be outspeeding my Gyarados too. Yeah, they're switching though. I think it's the right play. But who's switching in? Togekiss? If you lose this, I mean, you don't need Togekiss to check Garchomp anymore, but I'm still happy this thing goes down because this thing could para-flinch my Blissey. And we should be able to 2-shot here. And so we're good against Blastoise. We're technically good against Weavile. Wow, that's a thick cookie over there. Holy moly. Wow, that's a thick one. Dummy thick. I mean, Dazzling gonna do a decent chunk. We should get the 3-shot though. Can I get a para? Can't paralyze me, I'm an electric type. Or just goes for Air Slash. Yeah, so they have Roost as their last move, not Dazzling Gleam. That's fine. It's a good chip. And we'll take the Togekiss out. I wonder if we'll see the Weavile from here. Maintaining this Pokemon is going to be pretty important because this is like our last big check to Infernape other than Donphan. And they have 2 Mons in the back that like really do pin the Donphan as well. So let's see. Is it going to be Weavile here? I think I'd stay in versus Weavile. What is it going to do? Knockoff? You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. Thunderbolt's a 2-shot. It's going to be Sash anyways. It's Infernape. Okay. This is where I would have loved to Volt Switch. Let me actually think. I think you switch the Donphan in here. Because they're just going to close combat, right? Yep. It shouldn't do over half. And then Earthquake hits really hard here. And if they take any damage on that Blastoise, they can't actually soak the Thunderbolt. And from here, I would just lock myself into Volt Switch every time I send the Rotom out. U-turn. That's fine. That's a good play. Wow, imagine if I just clicked Thunderbolt there. That was super nutty. If they send out Blastoise, I will come in with Blissey. If they send out Weavile, I think I'll just soak the damage. Actually, the right play here might be to just go for, like, Roar, just to get rid of the Rider, you know? Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Yep. This person's playing really well, by the way. Like, they know that they're playing. It's always fun to see games against like good players because you start to see little situations where like they've done that trick twice with the U-turn, where they U-turn instead of like pinning me, and it's hard to know which one they're gonna do. And I've started to do the same thing. I'm starting to respect their options just a little bit more. And they thought I was gonna switch to Blissey, and I'm like, no. Maybe if my Blissey wasn't paralyzed, I would have thought about it. But yeah, this is a great spot for me. And I'm also getting back my sash. My stash, not my sash, 30. I think I'm just gonna go, next turn I'll get it back. That sucks. I'm actually gonna go for, do I want an Earthquake here? I think I'm actually just gonna Rocks. Just because that Weavile probably has sash. And I want to be able to break it, not ever have to deal with it. Yeah, U-turn's completely fine. I'm gonna come back with the Blastoise. At this point, I think we also still just keep roaring. If you KO me, I get to bring in my Azelf or my Rotom. And that's just a really good situation for me. So this is a free Rocks for me. Makes so that Infernape can't switch in all day. Weavile. Damn, that's a really good play to bring Weavile in there. That's really, really good stuff. I think we actually have to, like, stay in. Because it's sashed, right? It's so sashed. And I think the right play might actually be to Earthquake, as weird as that sounds. Because we don't need the Domfam for anything. Oh, we should Roar, because if they Swords Dance here, that's super bad. No, if we Earthquake here and they KO me, I can send out my Rotom and Revenge KO, and then we outspeed them. So Earthquake's still just a fine of a play. And we just need to stick some damage here. So EQ's fine. Icicle Crash is fine. There's the SD. So I talked about it. I talked about this happening. What's going to happen is we're going to take some damage on this. We're going to lose our Domfam probably like next turn. I'd like to get my Sturdy back. I didn't really notice it. But there's the Sash. Told you it was Sash. I told you guys it was Sash. He might even have to Ice Shard here because he might be afraid of my Ice Shard that I don't have. Let's see. Almost got my Sash back. There's nothing worth switching to. Icicle Crash might not even KO me. Isn't that ridiculous? And we should outspeed a Weavile with our Rotom. So yeah, we just go for an EQ again. Ice Shard won't KO me at +2. Icicle Crash will, probably. Ice Punch might not have. And then we just send out Rotom here. And we go Volt Switch. Volt Switch should be able to KO the Weavile. Well, not KO, but it should be able to outspeed. They get Ice Shard all they want, but I think we're going to be okay. And then we still have their Sashed Azelf. That's like the really big thing to beat the Infernape in the back. We're going to Volt Switch. Do we want to Volt Switch or do we just want to Thunderbolt? I'm not actually thinking about it. Because, like, I don't really care about that Infernape, like, at all. I can even lock myself into Hydro. I don't think that's the right play either. I'm just going to Volt Switch. They're going to Ice Shard, probably. Oh, just take it. Cool. So my Rotom gets to stay relatively topped off. I think I can eat the close combat from the Infernape around that health. We're going to come in with Azelf, I think. That's probably the right play. Let's think about this realistically. If I come in with Blissey, I really risk getting set up on. Like, really. Like, they can come up with a Blastoise and just be a big problem. Actually, Blastoise would... Nope, this is fine. This is a game winner. If they ever even pop off even super hard with Blastoise, basically, they'd eventually hit the Blissey, right? And then we send our Azelf, we'd clock our Sash. And I want them to bring the Infernape out. And I don't want to have to bring my Azelf out to fight the Infernape just yet, so this is good. I wanted to force the Infernape out because I didn't want the Blastoise on the board versus Azelf, because Thunderbolt won't KO Blastoise, they can set up Cell Smash and I'd be sad. But if I let them set up everything here, this is completely fine. Like, I do not care what you do here in this situation. I'd like it for you to KO me. Yeah, this is totally fine. Doesn't even get the KO. Big Blissey energy right now. Absolutely massive Blissey. Holy moly. Look at that EV spread. You'll love to see that. Thunder. That's going to put it within range for Rotom to Thunderbolt too. And I love a para. Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? So I want them to KO this Blissey here. So I can just bring out Rotom and just win the game. But yeah, really, really like good opponent. I played this game pretty well, you know. Makes sense since I'm playing the team. Yeah, they just take the scoop right there. Really, really good stuff. On paper, that team had literally everything to beat me. But you know what? I'm really comfortable with this team. So I had a really good time. I'm going to dip after one game. Look at me being the villain here because that's the end of the video. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys find some teams that you guys like to play in your own games. I'm really comfortable with this one. I think the Rotom really is like the glue that makes this whole team work together. Having that one like niche Scarfmon that can pivot correctly, providing good defensive typing, providing good like offensive coverage. It's a really, really good way to play. Notice that I didn't even need to use my Azov. I basically played that game without like my big, you know, actual sweeper Mon. So I don't can say I played that game with one hand tied behind my back, but I will say that I really do like this team, and hopefully you guys are liking the videos. Hopefully you're liking me playing against like higher level opponents like this. If you like this video and you haven't answered the question of the day, think about answering the question. Think about liking the video. Think about dropping a sub on the channel. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.